Yeah, yes. Good evening and welcome to all the participants. Join in the daily virtual program on work-life balance conducted by Professional Skill Enrichment Committee of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness Institute. We have with us today's resource person, Dr. Shekhar Vashne sir and Surendra Dubey sir. We welcome you all on this platform, and with this I am introducing our today's resource person, Dr. Shekhar Vashne sir. So he holds a PhD in plant pathology from GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology from Pantnagar. He has been practicing heartfulness meditation since 2013. In his more than 20 years of professional excellence in registration and regulatory science of plant protection, he has served Indian, Germans, Swiss, and Japanese conglomerates like UPL, Blair, Segnita, and Sumitomo, respectively. He is currently working as South Asia regulatory and stewardship leader in US multinational company Corteva AgriScience. In his current leadership role, he leads a term of professionals working in the regulatory science of crop protection, chemicals, biologicals, seeds, as well as product stewardship. He is passionate about enriching the lives of Indian farmers as well as consumers while safeguarding the natural environments that sustain life. He has been a part of professional trainers workshops on environmental risk assessment Singapore, Australian regulatory policies and Australia, Advanced Regulatory Advocacy Course UK, Foundation Course on Regulatory Advocacy Singapore, Advanced Training Course on Isolation and Identification of Soil Fungi and Nematodes by Govind Vallabh Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar, in collaboration with CABI Bioscience UK and CIMITI Mexico. With this brief introduction, I'm handing over this session to Dr. Shekhar Vashne, sir. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Very nice. Very good evening to all of you. As on today, I'm seeing just now it's 4 participants. I think it would increase over the period of time by the time we start the session. But
So
first of
this
all,
is actually, yeah. So sorry, sir. So this is actually in the on the platform. So we won't be able to see the participant out here.
okay, perfect, ma'am. Thanks for clarifying. So good opportunity, and I'm thankful to you all that we have. I mean, we are here, and we would be taking you to one presentation which would run over, let's say, 30 minutes. And as usual in the Indian tradition, we start the session meetings by igniting, the light of the lamp of knowledge. So here, since it's not a physical meeting, so we'll not be starting that. But I think there is another unique way of what have been conducting in past, some similar sessions. So kind of centering we have. So I would request all participants, you all, that let's sit for let's say a couple of minutes, 2 minutes for centering. By doing centering, we would connect with the inner self, and once we are connected with the inner self, then we all would be connected, within us, to have a desired outcome, to have a wonderful outcome for what we are, we have gathered here today. So let's start the centering process. So sit comfortably and connect with your inner self for a while. Take the deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Realize your breaths, the inhalation, exhalation, both in a very relaxed manner. Feel yourself relaxed, calm, quiet, connected with your inner self, connected with the divine. And let's think about, to have that all of us are connected here, uh, with a positive outcome of this meeting, of this session. Once again, relax, inhale, exhale. Be with yourself for a while. Realize that we are all connected to the divine, and gearing up for the session. Gently open your eyes. We are all connected now, and let us start the session. Should I share the slide now, ma'am?
Sorry, sir?
Should I share the slide now?
Yes, yes, please, please.
Okay, all right. Is my slides visible? Not yet. Okay.
Your screen is visible, sir, not slide. Yeah.
Are my slides visible to everyone?
Yes.
No? Okay. So, for next 20 to 30 minutes, I would be taking to you, taking through the riddle of balance, which is the topic of my presentation today. So what kind of riddle we are talking about? Basically, body, mind, soul, and the work. So if I talk about the body, mind, and soul, we talk about the life, the human life, the work for which, uh, the whole day, we are sweating for the work. So we are here to talk about the work life balance, the kind of riddle of balance, the topic of the of my presentation, basically. So if when we talk about the work life balance, when we talk about the body, mind, soul, and the work, I have basically categorized my presentation into three different domains. The first domain talks about the human life. The human life, uh, basically, we will be discussing about material view of human life, the religious view of human life, and the spiritual view of human life. I will not touch upon the religious part, but yes, it is important to mention here when we talk about the human life. Then we will be advancing ourselves for work life balance. When we talk about work life balance, yes, of course, uh, the very famous, the very much known yoga, we will be talking about slightly, and the meditation. These two elements of work life balance, the kind of riddle to solve the riddle of the balance, these two are the two important elements. And then we would be taking another view of, having some different aspects of these two elements. Then we will be concluding with the common errors of this balance. What should be the harmonized, the most integrated way of these elements, let's say human life, the materialistic life, and the spiritual life. And then we would also be touching upon, when we will be talking about the integrated part, the aim of the human life. So let's talk about the human life first. As it is captured in the slide, the human's existence is not confined only to this life. All of us, have uh, gone through various knowledge, the various aspects of human life, uh, and but I would say nobody can precisely say how many lives he has to pass through in future until the end. Then the cycle goes on indefinitely unless one awakened to a higher consciousness set himself to the solution. Looks to be slightly philosophical, but then this is the truth. So the object of life is not the same in all cases. I believe the audience are the chartered accountants, the aspirants for chartered accountancy, and this is the time then that the the object of life for the CAs, the chartered accountants, is quite different from the object of life for other professions. So I would say the materialistic view of this human life is whether the desires are mostly material. So we need to know that the physical wants, the physical desires, the physical enjoyments undoubtedly are indispensable for our physical existence. We are sitting among all the financial professionals here today, and without money, nothing moves, isn't it? So, that the monetary part, the materialistic part of life is very much essential. And we cannot ignore such kind of aspects. We cannot ignore this very important and integral part of life. However, besides the physical pursuits of life, there are many more pursuits to be taken into account. Of course, this account is not the account which our CAs handles, but then this is altogether a different account of life, which basically deals with the materialistic part and the other part of life. So the materialistic part of usually CAs, and what I know from, I'm a basically from scientific background, uh, I don't deal with these, the financial statements, the kind of direct and indirect taxes, filing of corporate tax returns, providing financial advisory, or, for students, maybe they want to become a chartered accountant, kind of a noble profession, one of the most sought after profession in the society. I'm from scientific background. Maybe my materialistic goals could be different from yours. And so is the case with others. Similarly, when we talk about these materialistic part, obviously when we start working, when we take into account many aspects, whether we take for bankers, chartered accountants, doctors, especially the dentists and surgeons, IT professionals, long drives, people who are driving for long. Why I have enlisted these kind of professions? Because these professions either need longer standing or longer sittings. So the work life balance basically revolves around some sort of aspects which we we should not overlook. So let's say if we talk about a kind of side effects, the kind of the kind of you know uh, some realization, once we end up the day, and once we end up the months and the years, we don't realize what kind of side effects or what kind of effects, after effects, we are having on our body. So and those kind of effects should not be overlooked. So we need to understand what kind of uh, solutions are available in order to overcome the impact of these professions, or the longer sittings or longer standings on our body. So when we talk about the work life balance, the work life balance basically talks about, I mean, someone, I have captured this a phrase, a kind of quotation from a very famous philosopher, who says that the key is not to prioritize what is on your schedule, but we have to schedule our priorities. So this is the basic mantra, this is the basic philosophy of the work life balance. Let's say, if I would cite certain practical examples, then those helped me in having the work life balance by scheduling my priorities. So my priorities are, let's say, if I want to do some yoga exercises, those yoga exercises, uh, instead of being, that I am prioritizing my day from once I get up in the morning till the end of the day, instead of taking my work priorities or my after work priorities, I will, instead of scheduling those priorities, I would say that let us find out what are my priorities which are remaining after my work time. And some of those priorities are, let's say, as I mentioned earlier, uh, yoga and meditation. But when we talk about yoga, it takes us through many different aspects, which we will, in the subsequent slides, we will simply go through what kind of the yogic science is there, and what kind of the science behind the meditation is there. So let's delve into some finer aspects of yoga. Yoga is a great science based on natural principles. It offers solutions to the human problems. It opens the doors for everyone without any restrictions or reservations. It can cure diseases to certain extent. Why I am saying certain extent? Because it can't be, I can't say, or that, that the yoga can do wonders in every walk of life. It can help, it could be a part of component of your life. So when we talk about that, it offers solutions. When we say that, that uh, mm, the So, when we say that it offers solutions to the human problems, various kind of problems are with various humans. Someone could have, after long sittings, could have different asanas, different pranayams suitable to one person. Probably someone else who is having some different profession might be in need of different kind of yogas, different kind of asanas. If you go into the deeper aspects of yoga, maybe there are various terms available: jap yoga, tap yoga, mantra yoga, tantra yoga, karma yoga, the kind of kundalini yoga. These yogas, even if I say from my practical point of view, I have never gone deeper into these yogic aspects. But yes, these are there, which are much deeper and is still being understood by, by the human, by the society. When we go deep into the science of yoga, the yogic anatomy, uh, there are some chakras. And I can, once I was talking to Mr. Dubey, who is here in this session, and I curiously asked about, these chakras. What are these chakras? What are the role they are playing into the human life? So if we talk about some chakras, let's say what we have captured here, the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipur chakra, these are the first three chakra which are on the lower side of the body. And the Anahat chakra, which is on the heart, is the most important one. And another two, the Vishuddhi and Ajna chakra, these two chakras, these are on the upper part of body towards brain and in between the two eyes. So the idea of bringing this element here of yoga is that once we refine these chakras by practicing, let's say, yoga or asanas or different pranayams, these chakras, the knots of these chakras, they started opening up slowly, slowly. And yoga followed by meditation, both the components help in opening up and, I would say, smoothing these chakras in a much better way. So just for the sake of knowledge of audience, we have captured here these chakras. These are very, very critical and very, very important, especially the heart chakras. We will be uh, explaining these chakras, let's say, in the next few slides. Now let's come on towards the meditation part of the work life balance. When we talk about the life, we have already discussed the materialistic part, we have discussed the yogic part. Now let's touch upon the science of meditation. The science of meditation, basically, uh, we have a mind, and that mind has, I should say, two parts. One is the conscious mind, other is the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the physical mind, and the actions are within the direct perception. Meaning, we we tend to control, or we tend to regulate this part of mind compared to the other part of mind, which is subconscious or subdued, which is the beyond our conscious control. So this part of mind is more important for spiritual elevation, or I would say this, or towards meditation. So whether to control of mind, whether we should control of mind, or whether we can control of mind, I don't think so. We can control the mind. What is in our hands is we can purify our mind, we can regulate our mind by doing certain exercises, by doing certain practices of meditation. So these exercises are very simple and maybe helpful in purifying or regulating our mind. And therefore, I've also captured that the spiritual elevation. Now, we are slightly dwelling into the spiritual part of the second, I would say, the yoga and meditational part. This is so. let's talk about the spiritual elevation also of the human life or the soul. So spiritual elevation is only a dream unless it is supplemented by thorough cleaning and proper regulation of mind. So that's how, as I mentioned here, the control of mind is not important, and it's not that possible compared to the purification of mind, which is possible by the cleaning and proper regulation of mind. Of course, it's a tedious job. At the same time, if someone is practicing to clean and properly regulating the mind, it is equally easier as well. It depends how our practice goes on. So I would say the spiritual elevation or the spiritual part of the human life requires wholehearted attention. It requires the persistence efforts. Only after that, the mind purification can be achieved. Once the mind purification is achieved, probably in any profession, we can excel because it will bring the calmness in the mind. It will avoid the stress. It would avoid various deformities which tend to appear or which tend to develop in the human body after either the long sitting or either the long standing or maybe because of the stress. So this is, you know, important to know about the science of meditation. When we have spoken about the human life, the materialistic part, we have spoken about, you know, the religious part slightly, and we have spoken about the spiritual part of it. So it's very important through meditation. uh, Whatever is unknown to us, we call it God, we call it divine, we call it the unknown energy. So maybe because by doing meditation, by comprehending, or by having the outcome of concentration, maybe the realm of God could be achieved. And once that is achieved, then the work life balance could be easily be in place in our lives. So the next question comes, how to achieve it with the help of meditation. So as I mentioned in my first slide, in my contents, that there are some different ways and means of achieving this work life balance. So I would say there are various meditation practices, there are various yoga practices. It is up to us what kind of practice we uh, uh, you know uh, adopt, and what kind of practice we aspire to advance in order to bring you know very close to the ultimate. I have been practicing heartfulness meditation close to 10 years, and in this session we have a trainer with us, who has been practicing more than 20 years. The conclusion of either practicing the meditation or having yoga in our life is, uh, that when I would say, as I showed you in a couple of slides back about the chakras on the heart is the essence of heartfulness meditation. So when we say when we when our journey through the heart region, we learn to master our emotions and desires. So in the heartfulness meditation, we meditate on heart. There are various practices. Anyone can is free to adopt any practice, but the practice which we are talking about here is basically revolves around the heart. Why there is a focus on heart? Because heart is the center of purification of blood. heart the center of pumping the pure blood, the pure essence, the pure divine energy into the entire body. And as we move from one chakra to the next with the help of any guide, a kind of teacher, a kind of trainer, then probably we eventually, you know, are left with, uh, I would say, dissolving our egos, dissolving our all impurities. So the easiest way of adopting or by practicing these meditations is through acceptance and surrender. So these are also the critical elements of work-life balance. Once we start practicing the acceptance and the surrender qualities, probably uh, our journey towards balancing actually starts. So this is probably my last slide. When the journey towards the balance starts, we need to understand what kind of common errors we do. And those common errors could be that the right path, the right yoga practice, and the right profession, all three right thing are required in our life in order to have a balanced approach. The harmonized way could be to integrate all these materialistic and uh, spiritual part. I would say it's a kind of two wings of a bird, wherein the bird fly, these that words have a kind of 50-50 balance of the materialistic life and the spiritual life, and that should be our aim in order to have a work life balance. I think that's all about uh, the whole presentation. Thanks. So I would now, since we have a heartfulness trainer with us, I would like to introduce him uh, very quickly, and then he would take you through for a short meditation session. And once you experience that session, maybe we can take certain questions, if at all those questions are there in the chat box. So I would take the opportunity to first of all thank Mr. Suren Dubey, heartfulness, who is a heartfulness trainer, who is with us, and I'm really thankful for his time. I would just like to briefly introduce him. He is a heartfulness trainer for, let's say, for last 20 years. And Mr. Dubey, uh, by qualification, he holds a PG diploma in business management from Indian Institute of Management, Lucknow, IIM Lucknow, and he serves as a sourcing manager at a Mexican sourcing agency who is specialized in the apparel and home furnishing products from India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. So basically, South Asia. With extensive experience in global sourcing, he ensures the quality, cost efficiency, and seamless supply management. Beyond his professional role, Mr. Dubey has been a dedicated heartfulness practitioner, as I mentioned, for past 20 years. He is a certified heartfulness trainer for a year or so. He's passionate about mindfulness and inner well-being. He actively guides others on the spiritual journey, integrating balance and harmony into both personal and professional lives. Over to you, Brother Dubey. You please request to please take us through the meditation session for, let's say, the time as per your convenience. Thanks.
Thank you,
Over
Brother
to you,
Shekhar.
Dubey.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, welcome to everyone who is joining us live from YouTube channel or Zoom. I welcome everyone. Uh, and as Brother Shekhar told me, a brief introduction he has already mentioned about me. I'll just say that yes, I have been practicing heartfulness practitioner. I'm since 20 years, and I'm a trainer now. It's been more than 1 year. And so one point I will just quickly I'll tell you that I have been associated with the chartered accountant students as well. So how that because in my earlier days I used to teach CA students. I used to teach economics, and I have authored a book also for CA CPT students, CA CPT economics as well. So I know because I have been interacting with the students. Later, those students have passed the chartered accountancy and they are CA now. My friends are also. So I know how the life is at your side. So yeah, I will say and I will give you a brief summary. Like Brother Shekhar has already mentioned you very beautifully about the work-life balance, and he told you about how heartfulness meditation can help you in work-life balance. So I'll summarize in a very brief, and then we will start our meditation session, and that will last up to 20-25 minutes. Will not take much of your time, and you can experience the session based on your experience. You can explore more about the heartfulness. You can visit the website heartfulness.org, and also there is a app. If you go in the Play Store and search heartfulness app, you will find there. You can connect with the trainer on the heartfulness app. And there is one more source like Hotspot. You can search any trainer from Hotspot. Your nearby trainer you can locate, send a message, and can contact. So it is easily accessible and freely accessible to everyone. So the whole so now okay. So summary is like we have normally we regularly practice. There are three things mainly we practice. Like in the morning there is meditation. You can do it for 20 minutes, approximately 20 minutes. You can start from the 20 minutes, it can go up to 1 hour. It depends on your timing, but it will surely help you in balancing your daily routine. If you start in the morning from the meditation, it will surely, from my experience, I am telling you, because I'm already practicing and working. So I know how the pressure, for a professional or a person who is working in a multinational company or maybe doing his own work. So it's in today's environment, it is what is advisable. And in the evening, we do a rejuvenation process that is about 20 to 25 minutes. So in short, I will tell you like we carry so many emotional things we capture like in the daytime or in the daily routine. There might be some incident in the past, maybe present, or maybe at the same time you have so much work pressure. So you carry some emotional impressions, we call it in our technical terms, but it is a simple. I'll say like something you carry, you are disturbed by some emotional event or something you are emotionally disturbed due to anything. So when you go into the evening, you reach at home or finishing after the work, you do this process, you follow this process, you will feel the like there is something has been removed from you. You will feel the lighter, and these are based on my experience. So you can also experience it. So in our session today, we will conduct a 20-25 minute session. I'll start with the relaxation. So what we do in the relaxation, brief about it, like from toe to the complete head. I mean, from whole body, we will relax whole body, and then we will start the meditation session for 20-25 minutes. What you have to do is, after the relaxation, don't open your eyes. We will start from closing. I mean, you'll close your eyes. We will start the relaxation, and after relaxation, we'll continue with the meditation session. Uh, so when I'll say start meditation, just keep your attention towards your heart, at your heart. Just assume that divine light is there, your higher self, divine light, God, whomsoever you can assume it. Just be at your heart. There will be thoughts. There might be possibility that you will experience there are thoughts disturbing you. So many things has been going on in your mind from the day or maybe earlier past. So just don't fight with them. You don't know need to do anything. Just keep your attention at your heart. If your thoughts you are moving along with your thoughts to somewhere else and you realize that yeah, I'm meditating, what I'm doing, so you just towards the heart and you can just assume the same thought. You take same thought like divine light is in my present in my heart, just to keep yourself very relaxed and calm. No need to don't be disturbed and don't fight with your thoughts. Let it be, whatever it is. If there are thoughts, let it be there. So we'll start with the relaxation process. Simply close your eyes, sit comfortably, and close your eyes very softly and very gently. We will begin with the toes. Wiggle your toes. Now feel them relax. Feel the healing energy of Mother Earth move up into your toes, feet, and ankles, then up to your knees, relaxing the lower legs. Feel the healing energy move further up your legs, relax your thighs. Now deeply relax your hips, lower body, and waist. Feel it is relaxed. Feel whole legs, complete legs are relaxed. Now relax your back from your tailbone to your shoulders. Feel your entire back relaxing, completely relaxed. Relax your chest and shoulders. Feel your shoulders simply melting away and relaxing, completely relaxed. Let them be relaxed. Let this healing energy flow into the shoulders. And now the healing energy moves to your upper arms. Relax your upper arms. Relax each muscles, your forearms, your hands, and right to your fingertips. Let the energy, healing energy, flow into your neck muscles. Relax your neck muscles. Move your awareness to your face now. Let the healing energy relax your complete face. Relax your jaw, mouth, nose, eyes, earlobes, facial muscles, forehead, all the way to the top of your head. Now feel that this healing energy has completely relaxed your whole body, completely relaxed. Scan your system from top to toe, and if there is any part of your body that is still tense, painful, or unwell, feel it being immersed in the healing energy of Mother Earth for a little while longer. Be relaxed. Now move your attention to your heart. Keep your eyes closed, and we will start the meditation session now. When I'll say at the end, that's all, you can open your eyes. Move your attention to your heart. Rest there for a little while. Just assume that in your heart there is a divine light already present. Keep your attention at your heart, at the divine light. If you are carried away by the thoughts, don't worry. Whenever you feel like, you can come to the hearts again. So, from this, we'll start our meditation session. Please start meditation. Let's all then softly and gently open your eyes. Now over to Shekhar, brother.
Thanks a lot, Vidar. It was a wonderful meditation session. I really enjoyed it. Hope the same for others as well. So, Komal, can we take some questions?
Yes, sir. It's on the chat box.
Okay. So, the question of the day: how can I effectively set boundaries between work and personal life when working from home, especially when my job demands flexibility? So this question is very interesting and very pertinent, I would say, in the real terms, in the, I would say, in the context of these days when we are doing work from home. Uh, Occasionally, I also do work from home. So idea is, again, to set your priority first. If you see one of my slides, I mentioned set the priorities. The famous quotation was, set the priorities first and schedule then afterwards, your priorities. So let's say this, it is asked, how can I effectively set my boundaries between work and personal life? Some of the example practical tip I can give to you. When I work quite longer time, I started having some crumbs in my fingers. when i uh, when I am, let's say, going to buy something, I started just doing the practice of, you know holding my hands and do some exercise of fingers. By doing so, I do not need to spend exclusive separate time for doing this exercise. I do certainly agree that, certain asanas, certain pranayams demand separate exclusive time. But the setting boundaries, meaning to be flexible enough to overlap whatever we can do, two job at a time. Whenever I go to buy something outside, in my last slide I mentioned the constant remembrance as a effective tool of meditation. Maybe I can start practicing that also. So that could be some of the ideas, when the especially in the work from home culture, whenever the, let's say, especially in work from home culture, then when we come across, late night shifts, or let's say early morning shifts, we have to prioritize our sleep as well, according to the needs of the job, as well as, my own pursuits, my own lively pursuits. Let's either it could be yoga, it could be meditation or something. Hope I answered that question. Second is, what are some practical strategies for managing stress and avoiding burnout when balancing multiple responsibilities at work and in my personal life? It do happen with everyone, including me, including you, or anything. So multiple responsibilities come, yes, and the only practical strategy is the meditation, to certain extent yoga as well. But if you talk about is to release the stress, meditation is the key. I personally have gained a lot of, insights on stress management by practicing meditation for last 10 years. But I would say effectively I have been doing it for last 5 years, to be very honest. But it has helped me a lot. So yeah, with this, I think these are the two questions on the chat. Anything else which we can answer, Komal?
Yep. All right, sir. So thank you so much. Thank you for delivering this wonderful session and making this session very insightful. And I would like to thank the participant also who have joined the session. So with this, we are concluding this session. Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much.